Scorpio, what's good? I'm your wild and free high priest, straight up chillin'. Once again, I'm ever so grateful to connect. I ask our guides of the highest, most brilliant divine white light protect us, protect me as I channel and interpret for your Scorpio divine. This may be a message for Scorpio sun, moon, rising. This may be a message for the Scorpionic cross-watcher. This may be, you might be in the trenches of the Scorpionic department. Other people's money, their currency. You know, where does the waste go, Scorpio? We throw the waste in the garbage. We throw the waste all up in the disposal. I know I'm wild. I'm also free, wild and free. I have to really pick up the pace because this is just, I have to kind of get the message out for Scorpio. Let's see. So the first quarter moon in Libra, which was just a few days ago, fell in your 12th house. So it really is a lot about determining unconscious behavior. And so to tend to more to the light, I just want to address that you are learning a lot about how others take advantage, like that. It's sort of a physiological, when we consider physiological advantages that we are instilled with, like instinctually people are instilled with taking advantage to work efficiently, and this is very innate. It's instinctual. We don't really think twice. I've been thinking a lot about like why people. So I Googled it, and it turns out that people in the northern hemisphere, most folks in the northern hemisphere do run counterclockwise. So I was really baffled and curious. So I searched for it, and it does turn out, you know, because most folks are right-handed, we suppose that they run counterclockwise because it's physiologically proven to be more efficient, or at least it's considered to be a scientifically proven and researched aspect, and a reason why we would do that. So yes, there's a lot of that tendency to go against the grain, and that helps you to assert how you relate to others. It helps you to learn why others do what they do, and then it allows you to become more advantageous. So, you know, I suppose that in a darker aspect, this would mean you learn how to take advantage of others. But because we tend to more the light on this channel, or at least I suppose I want to, I would prefer to acknowledge that you have learned. Hopefully you are on the lighter side of Scorpio, or hey, if you're a cross-watcher, hopefully Scorpio has helped you to assert this. Learning how others take advantage, whether for themselves or against you, learning how others take advantage in general, how others take on advantageous actions to be more efficient. Perhaps you've learned something, a huge karmic up-leveling, and this is beautiful, this is wonderful, this is a blessing. Perhaps it was disguised in a way where you now understand how you can relate better and how you can create more advantages for yourself in general, in life, at work, at play, in relationships, how you can apply more efficient processes in all those aspects of your life. We have a lot of like work here, being lucky at work, being lucky in work, being lucky with money, So that's wonderful. Maybe a new project comes along. Maybe you're seeing this, seeing a new format of efficiency or a new way of instinctual advantage. And it could be that it is non-instinctual. Like, most people don't work that way. Most people don't do that type of work, is what I'm getting. And if we consider the new moon in Cancer, that fell in your 9th house, right? Yes. Wow. So this is karmic. Yes. This is a huge karmic understanding. This is what is occurring over the next 3 to 4 weeks. A lot of new relationships may come in, and relationships exiting, new relationships forming, old relationships taking on a higher, a deeper level, taking on deeper levels of relationships in your existing friendships, and familial and romantic relationships. New relationships coming in, new forms of travel, a lot of knowledge, gaining a lot of knowledge in regards to spirituality. Maybe even finally exiting, or finally seeing the results of a divorce, finally honoring like it's time to divorce, finally going through with the divorce, finally accepting that you've moved on. And so in comes in the new. It's not easy. Is it easy being a Scorpio? Wow. Okay. One card just like fell out when I said that. Yeah. And then I have them. It's 12:48. Can I show you? Is it possible for you to 1, 2, 4, 8? So this is about you, and how you're digging for new truths within you. This is all about you. Wow, sorry. I hate when I do that to the table. I'm not used to this table. I have the tiger, feminine, strengthening. You have the strength to do this. So no one said the Sagittarius house was easy. And if you have Cancer in the Sagittarius house, this is alchemy. This is alchemy in relationships. This is understanding levels of karma. Here we go. We do need a thumbnail after all, right? I know it's annoying. I'll cut it out. Okay, yeah, so my family's not in the way, but I just want to say my family's in the way of this. Standing in the way of control, baby. Wow, the message. Something about the silence. I do want to read that card for you, the silence. Okay. You must speak up. This has been coming up a lot in the. I'm not saying you don't. Maybe they need to write. Scorpio. It could be about them once again. It could be whoever you're dealing with, the people you're dealing with, someone you're dealing with, a family member, a friend, a love situationship. Speaking up, or maybe you need to speak up. No amount of clarity or visualization is possible without distancing oneself from the noise of the world. Turning inward helps us become more in tune with the significant presence that fills the universe. It allows us to lay ourselves bare to it and to connect with and ponder the greater meaning of life. It can be challenging to take ourselves out of the flood of distractions we deal with minute by minute, but our ancestors stand by our side, waiting to silently guide us along our path. So yeah, this is very Sagittarian, and while you have to honor that you have work, if I know Scorpio, they have a lot of work to do, a lot of money to earn, but then this spiritual inclination does become stronger. So a lot of effort and concerted effort must be applied to your spirituality, your spiritual growth, your spiritual work, and processes take a priority, or at least I'm advised to advise you, to guide you to take on more spiritual efforts, practices, ramp it up. Perhaps the message could be otherwise if you are a highly spiritual Scorpio. It's likely that you may need that balance in honoring relationships and not hiding from them. So pick your side, right? This is a lot about like, which side are you on? Which side have you been on? It is karmic in that there are rewards or there are lessons to be learned. Hopefully both, right? I see a lot of reward in lessons, and I see with my lesson, I want to be rewarded. It can be challenging to take ourselves out of the flood of distractions we deal with minute by minute, but our ancestors stand by our side, waiting to silently guide us along our path. Their experience and guidance are indispensable in our journey. The silence rests her arm against the skull. Some cultures view skulls as an ultimate symbol of a life well lived. It represents our awareness of their message that echoes to us from the other side of the veil. Our legacy is our real teacher to the world. Seek out a place of stillness to hear what you need. Take time to meditate. And then we have the Death Mother that comes after in your shuffle here. So beautiful message, I suppose, but it doesn't come without restriction in a way where spirituality is about restricting oneself when it is possible, right? When there is a chance to take that, but now you're being ushered in a way where we want you to assert that level of meditation. So a few minutes, possibly, right? A few timeouts, whether it's throughout the day, throughout the week. Pause, breathe, take that sort of time to honor what you're learning, why you're being rewarded handsomely, beautifully, why you've taken on so much work. Okay, wow. Truth, home, water, healer. Truth is card number 25. Home, number 10. Water, 18. Healer, 32. Okay. So I'm getting a lot of Pisces energy here, as well as Cancer, and then Gemini. And truth is about like, do you need to write it out? Do you need to practice what you need to say? Do you need to find less distractions? Perhaps journaling could be what helps you to stay in that moment of meditation, to give yourself time out. It is a lot about healing your emotions. So, wow, okay, yeah. There's something to take away from that, though. Yes. Numbers 55. It's not there could be a level of protection that you need, that your ancestors are guiding you to in your meditation. You may find and be given guidance on how to protect the home, how to protect your word, what you're building, how to protect your emotions in this sort of like, I don't mean upheaval, it may be emotional, where, say, you are healing aspects of the relationship, or you have to remove yourself from a relationship, or a relationship has transpired or been reconfigured in a way. I'm getting chills now. There's healing in how involved in the emotional field, in your emotional body, in speaking and knowing your truth and understanding what truth is arising from this journey in the relationship, in the change, in the evolution of the relationship, in someone leaving you or you leaving them, how to protect yourself. So atonement and self-forgiveness, self-atonement and self-forgiveness, righting wrongs, not for them, not by them, but for you, for your emotions. Okay. Being fair and true to yourself. Moon in Taurus and the seat of the throne of emotions. Emotional reading for you. Okay. I have to be very quick. I have to be very quick, baby. Thank you for being here. I honor you, Scorpio. What a deep message. Why would it be otherwise, right? Don't worry. You will, if you can work on this, you will be victorious. You will come out anew. You will come out looking anew. Okay. So, very much you're hiding, or you feel like they're hiding. This is the origin is actually going through the door. A lot about the home, how the home is changing, the sale of a home or the release of a home. Patience needed at the home, relationships at the home are changing, and it's up to you to take the lead, go through the door. Okay, open the door. Okay, can I take a pause? Okay. You are trying to make the decision of whether you do want to manifest this. You're trying to realize the steps, the actions to take. You are also invited to meditate on how you can protect yourself, how you can protect your emotions, how not to let your emotions take over it. Ultimately, this is about healing your emotional state of being, healing the emotional bodies. Okay. Something hasn't really grown to fruition, no matter how long you've spent on it. Okay. A lot of Taurus energy. So it's about the value you bring versus the value that they bring. Whether you didn't speak up on it, or whether you didn't fully lead with that value, or whether you have all this time and they haven't. Russell, stop texting me in the middle of my school. I have the moon card 18. How did I know this card would show up? The challenge here being the actual going through this process, making sure that you're not lying to yourself, that they're not lying to you, that you're not accepting their deceit, that you're not also in self-deception. But it's actually going through it, going through with it, going through the door, walking through the doorway, taking the steps to get through it. Major Arcana number 2 and number 18. The Piscean, Virgoan, Lunar High Priestess matched by the Cancerian Pisces, the moon. Okay, so a lot of the Pisces and Cancer here. 12th house placements, 4th house placements, 9th house placements, Sagittarius, Cancer. Okay, the basis is the truth, baby. You gotta speak up, even if it's to yourself, to your higher self has something to say. Your subconscious self has something to say. This is about manifesting something new, okay? Or the truth of the manifestation, the truth of taking on this, not allowing this body. It's something about like the body, like not allowing this body to go astray, or okay. Wow. Past, present, future. emotional defeat, wanting true happiness in the family. Remember my thing, gain and loss. There's gain and loss. Past, a Pisces healer. You already said that. Present, that could be you. You could have taken on more spiritual aspects or approaches or processes, right? Present, coming to eye level, coming to understanding. You are at this point where the level of understanding is you're ushered onto the next level of understanding, okay? And then here's in the near future, you have the death card. So whether it's you being in and out of your own life, being in and out and wishy-washy about this truth that you want to speak into existence, into the world that you want to manifest, or whether it's now finally seeing the truth in them and letting that go. The Death Mother was here, and now it's the Death Scorpio. This is you rising to it, and the Sagittarius Scorpionic coming out of those depths of the Scorpionic internal self, making it external, making it known, coming out with the truth, or coming out with this like really taking on this challenge, really going on this journey with the Knight of Wands, right? Like really taking on that spiritual approach. And perhaps it's just that you now understand what's going on. You're here in this Scorpionic Piscean way. Someone, a Pisces, a masculine, has alerted you, asserted you in a way where it's like, hey, you know that this is going on in the home, okay? You've had to come down from supposing that this is the battle that you want to always fight. You're having to see that even from the top, we have to come down from the top, okay? Coming down and then really taking on that ride, that wild ride, knowing that you will be successful. You will be successful in the fight. Okay? You will be successful in the fight if you take this leap of faith. This is where you are right now. The Queen of Pentacles. You're the moneymaker. You're the salt shaker. You're the gravitron, baby. You're the Ferris wheel to my romantic date. You're the provider, honey. You're the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, the Taurus Queen. You're the Virgoan Earth Queen. You're the Capricorn. Capricorn is coming up, yo. This is heavy on the what are you bound to? It's time to take the leap of faith. You are a mother, a father, okay? The mother, the father, the son, and you are the holy Scorpio, okay? Holy Scorpio. Holy moly, I was speaking about the devil and what you're bound to, okay? Wow, you're bound to love. You're bound to heal these emotions, this emotional upset, okay? Wow. And then when that's your like, if you're the King of Cups and you're dealing with like this Queen of Pentacles, it's like you're dealing more with the money than you're dealing more with that true emotional journey, right? And that's what we said. It's time to pause from emotions to heal thyself. Okay, Page of Wands. Wow. Okay, this is coming up next. The direction changes. It's like the rushing winds are coming in now from a different direction. I'm not saying by no means am I saying you're not ready for this, but we want you to be ultimately aware and intuiting, instinctually ready, not to fight, but to pick up this new direction, okay? Where will it take you? We don't know yet, but it's certainly not about more money. It's certainly about pausing for a hot minute on tending to a lot of the money. So I know it's showing up as a King of Cups, but you're very much like feminine. Whether you are masculine, so whether you're a feminine or masculine, you've been dealing with a lot of masculine or emperor stuff. Okay, money, creating. You've been taking on more, like all of that. So say you are a mom, you're doing the father's work. Say you are the dad, you're doing the mom's work, and you're going to work, both, whatever. Say you're single, you're having to do everything no matter what. What you fear is what you're manifesting, what you have manifested, what you've called in, okay? You fear that this could happen fast. You fear not knowing, not being ready. Okay, but you're ready. You're the high priestess and you're rising to the top. So this is to the top of the spiritual tower, the top of the spiritual self, building from bottom up. Okay. Magician, Gemini. Venus has now entered Gemini, and when the sun and the moon met in Cancer, Venus was exiting Taurus. Okay, so time to honor the relationship with yourself, the relationship with what you've got to work with besides just money. Honoring the new direction is mainly what I see here. Honoring the magic in the new direction, whether you are able to instinctually, intuitively, psychically perceive where to go next. It's coming fast. You're like kind of not there. You're kind of avoiding it. Okay, Moon in Taurus, we said. And then what is this? The King of Wands. So this is independence through spiritual assertion. Okay, look, love and money. you want more money, or you want to keep your money intact. You will. It'll be fair. This is fair for both of you, and this is fair for them. Perhaps you're dealing with a Aries or Sagittarius. It is fair for them as well as it is for you. Okay, there's more. There's a gift. There's a doorway, the gateway. Okay, God does want to hand you this. But in this case, Matt Hughes puts both palms, okay, the back of the palm and the front of the palm. So this is something God is asking you to work for, and not necessarily work for, but they want you to commit to this direction, okay? And it will be fair for them. It will be fair for the King of Wands. I get a lot of like mixed up energy, like where you are ready to take on a whole lot of new, but this king is in the way of fairness. They're not fair to you, or you're fair. You create fairness. You create the body. You create the body for them. You create the home for them. It's time for you to honor why you created the home, why this home exists for you. The home is symbolic. The home is a state of being. You've come to a new state of understanding, understanding the state that you're in, and in that there's a moment where God is like, come over here, because now is a time to heal. Now is your time to separate and go on your own. Salamander King. Okay, do we really get this message out? It's 111, yo. 0111. I'm sorry, how can I, Scorpio, how can I sit up here and tell you all of this because of this? Because we need what's fair for you. The Six of Pentacles is about the body. The Moon in Taurus is about the body. It's about you knowing exactly what your body's going through when you're dealing with a man like this, a woman like this, a person like this, someone who's also very religious or spiritual or attuned in some way, where they're like very aggressive. but not aggressively working to be fair. Someone aggressively only taking on challenges for themselves, only someone who only brings fairness to themselves. Okay. Either way, there's a lot of Aries and fire being lit under your booty, the booty. Okay. Holy moly. Scorpio, Scorpio. Okay. Scorpio. I am your oracle. I am not your accountant. I am your oracle. Let's see. You are a healer, fear not your own ability to be a light worker or way shower for others. Drawing this card can also symbolize that a healing in its highest form is available to you now. If you have pulled this card in regard to a relationship or situation, please know that there is a powerful exchange of energy here. Meditate when you are wanting to heal on the physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual plane. The Eye of Horus is an ancient Egyptian symbol of protection, royal power, and good health. You want protection? Boom, gotcha, baby. Look at this beautiful lavender, okay? We want healing. We want to manifest healing for you. Next to this beautiful lavender queen, the magician, the lavender weaver, right? Weaving healing throughout the lands. We've got you, okay? It's a soft healing landing here. Scorpio, we are your healers. Okay, with that, I got to go because my family is here. They bring food. They feed me. They're feeding me. Give me the food. Like one of my Scorpios says, the boy can eat. I sure can. Okay, ciao. Keep it real. Keep it 100. Scorpio, I know you keep it 100. Okay, ciao.